Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. This is Straight Facts Commentary where I give you my unpopular opinions in everything pop culture. So please stick around and subscribe for more. Hey y'all, I am back again with another video, and in today's video, you see the title, we are going to be speaking about Meg's new song Boa again, but in a different way. My last video that I just made on it was a review and how I felt about the song, but in this particular video, we're going to be actually looking at the lyrics and me giving my personal opinion on the disses that she threw in the song and who I feel like she could be talking about based on my personal opinion and some different things that I've been seeing on Twitter and Instagram of people speculating who it's about. Just an overall conversation with you guys of who do we think Megan Thee Stallion is talking about exactly. So if you're interested in that, female rap, pop, conspiracy theories, trending topics, my unpopular opinions, and whatever I really feel like getting into for real, then go on ahead and subscribe and let's get into this video. Also, just to say, sometimes people get really particular about the clips that I put in my videos. This video is just going to have Megan in it, even though we might be talking about other people because this is Megan's song. So I'm not doing all that with all the other people that this could be about. Just Megan. Um, and we're going to read the lyrics. Okay, so before I get into the lyrics, I want to talk about a little bit just who we know Megan Thee Stallion to already kind of have beef with so that we can have at least a point to go from. So we kind of already know that Megan Thee Stallion doesn't like Nicki Minaj. Obviously, the whole thing with his was a clear indication of that, and Megan's Law and all that. So we can assume that some bars in the song could be in reference to Nicki Minaj, but I also think based on some of these other lyrics that we're going to get into that Cardi B was definitely mentioned, and somebody's probably going to say, "What? Didn't they do bongos and they had this whole thing?" Yes, I do think that, but also there has been whisperings and rumblings about that something could not be, the best with them at this point, and some of the bars that she used in this song seem to point directly at Cardi B to me above anyone else. So that's the reason why I say that. Also, people were speculating that Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion aren't the closest anymore because of Partisan Fontaine. And we do know that Partisan Fontaine is Megan Thee Stallion's ex, and that Cardi B has closely worked with him and associated herself with him for a while now. But it is true that Cardi B had been attached to Partisan Fontaine. He's been helping her write for years now before Megan Thee Stallion was with him. So that is definitely a part too. But some people feel as though because Cardi B still hangs out with him, still has him write for her, still da 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 after everything that happened between Megan and Party, that Cardi B is basically a snake for that and all of this, which I personally don't think so because, if that was her friend beforehand, I could see that being her friend after, no matter what happens. But people speculate that, and people feel like it's possible that Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B could have fell out behind the scenes due to other things, due to music related things, due to Partisan. And I don't know. I don't know if any of that's true. I guess we'll see. But some of the jabs in this song don't really fit to a Nicki Minaj or any other person. I'm trying to think who else has Megan Thee Stallion beef with recently besides Nicki, though, publicly. Nobody that I know of. They say that JT and Megan Thee Stallion aren't the coolest behind the scenes just because they kind of stopped acknowledging each other. They haven't talked about each other, or they haven't interacted online. But Megan Thee Stallion doesn't interact with a lot of people online. She doesn't interact with Ice Spice. She doesn't interact with Sweetie. She doesn't interact with really any female rappers like that online. The only person recently that I've seen her with is Young Miami for Carisha Please and stuff like that, but she doesn't really have a whole bunch of female rappers that she's all in their face. Glorilla, yes. Um but yeah, I think the main people, in my opinion, possibly in this video and in this song that she could be talking about is Cardi B and Nicki. I don't know about JT. I guess we'll see. I'm gonna read the lyrics and we gonna see exactly what it could be. And you guys obviously leave me your thoughts. Okay, so the first part at the top is kind of cut off, but it says, and if the beat lab, Lil Jupe made it. Okay, so the first verse says, I be showing my ass, they mad, huh? It just be bitter. They thought it was sweet. All of a sudden they vegan, they don't want to beef, talking out of veneers, I'm knocking out teeth. Okay. Okay, so if we pause there, we do know that JT just made a song where she was talking about how girls, veneers are cheap and they're falling out or whatever. And people were saying, okay, either she's talking about Suki Hana or Cardi B, because Cardi B's veneers fell out and so did Suki's. So people were trying to figure out which one of those two people was JT talking about. Now Megan is talking about veneers. So is she talking about Suki or is she talking about Cardi B? Or is there another girl with veneers that fell out that she is referencing? But it's like, why would she reference that to us in a song? Because we don't know. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't either Cardi or Suki, why would she put it in there? Because we don't know who else she's talking about. Does that make sense? So I feel like Megan Thee Stallion is not going to say anything about Suki Hana. She has never acknowledged that girl, I don't think, ever in life. So I don't see that she is shading her. I feel like it could possibly be Cardi B because it's the only person we can kind of put in that box just from like deductive reasoning and like process of elimination. So I don't know. I don't know. It's just kind of a random line to put in there if it isn't about Cardi, being that that's somebody whose veneers recently fell out. Do they have a real reason to beef that we know of? No, not that we know of, but yeah. I pop shit, they went pop. Yeah. I don't know about that one. Who recently went pop? Did somebody recently go pop that she could be talking about? I can't think right now. They bought Birkins, I bought stock. That's interesting because Cardi B is, I feel like, one of the main girls that are kind of known for buying up a million Birkins. Like, we'll always see Cardi B on Instagram, and if you go through some of her old posts or if you've been following her for a while, every time she gets a Birkin, like whether it's a gift or whether she buys it herself, she shows it. And then there's pictures of her on, like, if you Google Cardi B Birkin, with pictures of all of her Birkins like lined up in her closet, and she has all the different colors and patterns and designs. I think she's known for having Birkins, at least, you know. So I think that that's a shot at her. Not to say other rap girls don't have them, but mainly Cardi that we know of. They still on a boat and I'm on a yacht. They taking shots, I'm taking spots. I think again that's about Cardi. I think that's about Cardi because as we do know, like there are the main rap girls, Nicki, Cardi, Megan, Ice Spice now. The top 5 or 6, main rap girls. So I feel like she's trying to say that she's coming for Cardi's spot potentially. I don't know because Megan Thee Stallion is a top girl, but some people consider like Cardi B to be bigger than Megan because she's had more hits under her belt. She's been around longer. She's been the most relevant for the longest. So I don't know. I feel like that part was about Cardi potentially too. Let's see. I see the shade and then they get blocked. They see the chain, then they went blind. Yeah, I know I'm different. I'm one of a kind. I took off on bitches and left them behind. Yeah, I still think that's about Cardi. I'm sorry. I feel like that's about Cardi. I don't know because Hiss went number 1 and everything. I don't know. Maybe she feels like she's taking off on Cardi. I don't know. How do you hate me if I'm on your mind? That could be about Nicki. That could be about Nicki because of the whole like spiraling thing, the Megan's Law, and how Nicki went off for days about that. Sending me messages ain't Valentine. Bitches be messy, but I'm petty. Don't gotta edit. Check the Getty. Ooh. Again, I'm getting Cardi B with that. Because it's a really popular thing in like the Stan Twitter world to make fun of Cardi B for like editing her pictures or looking different on Getty versus on her Instagram, and people making fun of like Cardi B for getting work done allegedly on her face and different things like that. That is something I see all over the internet constantly. People talking about Cardi B and editing and her face and her body and her this and her that. And so I feel like she's taking a jab at Cardi because I mean sometimes Cardi's Getty be looking different than her pictures online. So yeah. I keep it real, I keep it sexy, calling for backup before they address me. Oh, I don't know who that could be about. Hoes do all of that typing, but never once did I get pressed. Oh, it's obvious she's obsessed. Oh, okay. So that could be about like maybe Nicki Minaj going on the whole Twitter rant that she went on after the Megan's Law thing. If it's F me, then we haven't said. Oh wow. Okay, so pre-chorus, if I pop back, then they go, "Ooh, it's your time up." I think this is about Cardi. I'm sorry. I feel like, okay, so this is another conversation that I'm seeing online. I don't really see it circulating about Megan as much as Cardi. So people say that Cardi B's really not that hot, which she's not as hot as she used to be. Her demand isn't as much as it was 3, 4, 5 years ago. Um People are saying that Cardi B is done. Like, she just dropped like a whole bunch of songs. All the songs that she dropped, she went number whatever she went with Enough Miami, and I think that went number 9 or number 10, and it nobody cares about it like that anymore. And anything that she does, it kind of just comes and goes, and she's not sticking as much as she did in the past. And Megan Thee Stallion's on tour. She's getting ready to go on tour. People are going to go see her. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like she's kind of, I don't know. I feel like this is not really about anybody else. I don't feel like it's about JT. Some people say she's shading JT in all of this. Some people say she's shading Nicki in the entire song. But I'm just getting Cardi B from all of this. Like, I'm just getting straight up Cardi B from all of this, and her kind of asserting her dominance over her in a sense. I don't know. That's just me. I could be completely wrong though, because it's not Nicki Minaj. It's not Nicki Minaj. And the reason why I feel like the Be Your Time's Up is not about Nicki Minaj is because Nicki Minaj is here. She's on tour, as much as people don't like her for XYZ reasons. She's on tour. She's doing amazing on her tour. All of her dates have been sold out. She's on the top still, irregardless of how anybody can feel. She has the most longevity, and she has the strongest fan base, and she's doing everything she needs to do, in my opinion, right now. So I don't think anybody could really say that Nicki Minaj's time's up at this point. So I don't think this is about Nicki. I don't think the time's up part is about JT, because JT just got here in a solo career. She's starting completely over, so I don't think that's about her either. And then it says TikTok, TikTok, playing on the whole time's up, and then TikTok being, these B words only hot on TikTok. Yeah. It's just doing all that womp, 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 womp. Be your time up. Why is you not clocking out? Doing that ish for TikTok. B, I'm really hip hop. Ooh. Yeah, I feel like that's about Cardi too for some reason. They all know my ish hot. Ain't listen to it when your ish drop. So it's like, I think that's about Cardi too. Well, that could be about anybody though. No, 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 no. That could be about Cardi because of how she's here and then it drops and then nobody's talking about. Or it could really be about any of the other rap girls, because that happens to a lot of rap girls too, to where they put out a song. It's, people talk about it for the first couple of days and then nobody talks about it anymore. So that could be about them too, like any rap girl. Let's see. All my diamonds dancing. I ain't need to make no TikTok. Well, I don't know. She's done TikTok stuff. Be Your Time Is Up. Okay, Megan says, A, hair long, money long, counting up for hours. I don't want no minute man. F me for some hours. A. That's what I was talking about in my review. I've heard her say that before. Chains wet. I'm in love with money showers. I feel like I've heard her say that too. Yeah, I know something sounds familiar. Do do do. I love the sound of money counters. Boy, I'm a player. I'm not a savior. Ins and purses. I got every flavor. Got every flavor. Take a picture. I pose for the haters, showing my ass like an adult entertainer. From the back, you could tell from Texas Bow. I love that part. Yellow diamonds in my necklace. Just crossed off another op on the checklist. Yeah, okay, so the cross off another op on the checklist, I feel like that's her saying that she has a new person that she's beefing with. That's my interpretation. Like, I feel like she's saying, okay, I crossed another op off the checklist. There's a new person that I'm, Xing off, that I don't mess with anymore. That's just my interpretation anyway. Spanking these rap itches. Yes, that's my fetish. He do what I tell him. I do what I want to do. All that talking, or all that effing talking, but let's see who really make a move. Post a picture. Just call me mother. Now who's son and who? So some people think this is about Nicki. That makes sense because that's the terminology that Nicki uses. But again, majority of these verses, I'm not getting Nicki disses because it wouldn't really work for Nicki. Okay, so this is the chorus again. TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. These bitches only hot on TikTok. Da 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 da. Doing womp 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 womp. Your time up, blah, 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 blah. And then it says, they all know my ish hot. They ain't listen to your, yeah, da, 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 da. And outro, TikTok, 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 TikTok. So I like the reference on TikTok and the actual like ticking of a clock. I thought that was cool. So yeah, that's it. Okay, you guys. So that's really it for the lyrics. I just read the entire song and the disses in there. I'm giving mostly Cardi B, even though it's like there's no way, somebody's gonna say there's no way that they could be beefing, but the lyrics fit for her in my opinion. That's just me. But you guys let me know what you think about that. You guys let me know what you think about that. And who you think she's talking about then in the comments below. I'm curious to know. And that's it for this one, guys. I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.